Hello and welcome to spring in North Carolina. It is a gorgeous, a little bit cool spring day here in North Carolina. It is the week of our last frost, and so I am super excited to be moving into the gardening season. I feel like this is sort of the week that we all wait for is our last frost date. And when the gates are open and we are able to get our hands in the soil and comfortably plant. I have a project that I have worked on this weekend, and it was an impromptu, spontaneous project that I want to share with you today. It involves my front bed that I pruned it really bad, and I kept saying I wanted to rip out the shrubs. And so I told my husband I really hated the way that it looked, and I just couldn't take it any longer. And so I just wanted to see, my options. So there's an update on that. I did not grab my camera as we were working on that project. I want to show you what we have done and talk through all of that. And then I actually have plants. I went ahead and got some plants too. So are you ready? Let's go take a look at this project. And this will be my first official project of the spring of 2023. All right, let's go take a look. There it is. We took everything out except for the two hydrangeas. There were two clearas inside the wall, and then there were three loropetalum on the outside of the wall, and they were unbelievably awful to get out. I think they were 10, 12 years old. So you can see it better from back here. Doesn't that look so much better? I'm so excited, so excited. It's gonna be so beautiful. I went to Home Depot for a little bit of inspiration and just to see what they had. I could go to nurseries around, but I really wanted to sort of see if anyone else was going to replace their plants. You maybe go to a nursery, but you may go to a box store. And so I just wanted to see, hey, what does Home Depot have that I could replace my plants with? And so they had a ton of plants. I wanted to show you the plants that I picked out for my front garden bed. Where to begin? First up, I have an August Beauty gardenia. Gardenias are one of my most favorite shrubs. They have such an amazing, gorgeous green color that I just find to be a rich green. The new growth is a vibrant green, as you can see, and the flowers are a creamy, like a whitish, off-white color, and they're so fragrant. This is just the Home Depot brand of the August Beauty gardenia. August Beauty, I find that it is super frost tolerant, which we absolutely have to have. And it's going to get 3 to 4 feet tall. One of my most favorite shrubs of all time is an azalea. This is the Encore Azalea, and the name says it all. Encore means again, right? And so this is a reblooming azalea. It blooms 3 different times. It blooms in the spring, which is right now, in the summer, and then again in the fall. Sometimes you get a 4th bloom out of it. I've had it happen. I love roses, but more specifically, I love the knockout rose. I love that you can have the beautifulness of a rose without the headache of the spray program. And you have the hybrid teas and that sort of thing. You generally have to stay on in order to have beautiful roses. The knockout rose is a rose that blooms from the earliest of spring all the way to when it gets frosty out. And it tends to try and be an evergreen. It does drop its leaves a little bit, but here in North Carolina, Zone 7B, it's not 100% bare, like a deciduous hydrangea, for example. I love that they're fast growing. I love that they put on a show. The only drawback would be the virus, the rose rosette. Once you do get it, you can't replant a rose. So I am taking a risk, but I'm okay with that. I will explain why I am using these on that side. I chose this plant for a really unique reason. I live in the South, right? I am in North Carolina, and for as long as I can remember, my mom would buy the Southern Living magazine at the store. She would come home and we would look through it. When I started gardening, I would actually go and buy the Southern Living magazines. The covers, they always had the most exquisite gardens, plants, planters, and amazing recipes. They would just show the most magnificent Southern gardens. And so I fell in love with Southern Living. I have so many Southern Living cookbooks, their Christmas books, their magazines. I even have 2 of my mom's magazines. I want to say they're from the 80s, which is insane. I love Southern Living so much. And so when I saw that they had a plant collection, y'all, seriously. So as I was shopping at Home Depot, they actually have the Southern Living plant collection, and I would totally be the perfect spokesperson for the Southern Living collection because I am that sold out on Southern Living. This is the Miss Lemon Abelia from the Southern Living Garden Collection, and is it not gorgeous? Look at that color. Look at the leaf margins have that chartreuse color while the inside has that deep green. It's going to get 3 feet high, 4 feet wide, which is perfect. And it has a little pinky white flower, which you can kind of see. But the idea of having part of something that I love so much in the Southern Living garden collection in my garden, to me, it screams like something that I love. And so I was really, really excited to be able to incorporate that. There were so many Nandinas that they have, but they were part shade, so I'm gonna put those in the back. I'm excited about those too. Okay, moving right along to my next favorite, Proven Winners. I love Proven Winners. I love everything about their plants, their website. They have so much education around plants. And I love that in a company that really cares about making sure you know the why behind your planting and then good color combinations. And Proven Winners really takes the cake when it comes to that. If you saw any of my videos in the past, my garden reveal video for winter sowing, I talked about growing Bee Balm, and it was Bee Balm lambada, did a little shimmy, and it became my most favorite flower that I grew last year, other than the Mexican sunflower. So I was at Home Depot over the weekend, and let me show you what I found. And I had to put my hand over my mouth to keep from shouting how excited I was. Like, Proven Winners, you guys knock it out of the park every single time. And if I could just come and hang out in your facility and walk among the plants, oh my word, the shrubs, the plants, the flowers, you guys, I mean, you even have house plants. I obviously outdoor plants are my jam, but wow. So look at this, y'all. This is Bee Balm. Monarda. This is called Leading Lady RazzBerry. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous. I was so excited. And this is a perennial, so this will come back. And I probably am going to go back and get a couple more of these. They were $13, so a little pricey. But you know, if it's gonna come back, I guess the initial investment isn't too hard. I'm incorporating this. And then I found, y'all, I wish I would have videoed myself. The truck had unloaded the flowers for the season, but they were all pushed over in a corner and wrapped. So I'm assuming they were not ready to be put out, but guess what was on that shelf? The Proven Winners Supertunia Vista bubblegum. All they had was 2 flats, and let me show you. I bought both of them. My 5-foot self climbed up scaled the huge rolling racks and got both of them down. So I originally was just gonna get one, but I want them all the way across the front. So I'm so excited. And don't you think that is going to be gorgeous with the rose, with the Monarda, the Bee Balm, with the azaleas. Whoa, it's gonna be so pretty. It's gonna be gorgeous here. And then the last, well, I have two more. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a pincushion flower, so Scabiosa. I had these and I ripped them out to put my espalier on the front. I'm excited to have these again. So I'm gonna incorporate these, and this is Coreopsis grandiflora Tickseed. So cute little perennial Coreopsis. You can obviously divide these. My goal for my garden this year is to backfill with all kinds of seedlings that I have grown. I just want it to be a cottage feel where when you walk, when you even drive by, you're like, wow, that is gorgeous. Flowers upon beautiful textures and just stunning. So that is my goal for my front. It has kind of been an eyesore and an embarrassment. I always thought, you know, here I am, a landscape designer, and this house to me should be your advertisement. And I always was like, I don't want to put a sign out there, because if people think this is what I do, then I'm excited to be able to put my touch and to be able to have grown some flowers from seed and in my winter sowing containers that I'm going to incorporate out there. So it's going to take a little bit of time to grow in, but that's okay. All right, so let's hear it. What do you think? What do you think of my plan? What do you have going on? Are you ready to plant like I am? Are you ready to get out and do like the happy dance? Because it is finally time to plant, at least here. I know some of you have snow, and oh my goodness, I know this is tough. So try and get out and get in the sunshine and like dig in your planters or something, or start some seeds. I know that's got to be so tough, but don't hold tight, because planting season will be here very soon for you guys as well. I hope that you do have a chance to get outside, even if it's just to get some sunshine on your face, and that you share your opinion. And I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. I enjoy spending time with you, and I look forward to gardening with you this season. And let's continue to share our experiences in this amazing garden community. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in another video soon. Come back and hang out with me again, okay? See you soon. Bye.